I would like for you to tell me about how you're different than the medical model.
I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go to Wikipedia
Mm-hmm.
and I want you to look up biomedical model. What's most important about the biomedical model, I want you to see in Wikipedia, it excludes psychological, environmental, and social factors. You change the environment, you're going to change the expression of your gene. How could we exclude environmental factors when there's such a phenomena that when I'm in this environment, I'm expressing this state of health, and when I'm in this environment, I'm expressing this state of health, what some people would call sickness, but it's just an expression of health. It's just what most people would call sickness, right? Because it's not optimal, because it's not an optimal environment for you. But when you're in an optimal environment, there's one factor that's going to take care. So that's environmental. Oh, I'm sorry, it was psychological first. So psychological is focusing on the solution, not focusing on the problem, but focusing on the solution. That is huge. We're all addicted to focusing on the problem, to labeling a disease. That's a big problem. When you focus on the solution, like in business, if you were focusing on not failing, you'd fail. But you focus on being successful, and so you're successful. Healthcare is around the absence of disease. And we even call it health insurance. When you get sick, you go to health insurance. It's sickness insurance. It's what you use for when you're sick to save your finances. It's actually financial insurance because healthcare has skyrocketed. So it's sickness insurance for your finances or financial insurance for those times when you're sick. But the truth is, if you look at it as all health, which they are, all expressions of health, then that becomes obsolete. And God forbid if that were to happen, because what would happen to our economy? I want to live in an economy that's thriving. So for everybody that wants to buy their drugs and participate in going bankrupt with healthcare, go ahead and do it, because I get to live in America and I get to enjoy the benefits of having a flourishing economy. And most of this economy is flourishing because of the sickness care model. You get it?
Yes,
so it's kind of crazy.
I get it.
It really is nuts, though I would love to see people take more care of themselves. And then the last one is social. And if you looked at the Blue Zone video, the importance of having your tribe and your people are so important for health and longevity and quality of your life. That's your social interaction. So the biomedical model, which is medicine, is really excluding psychological, environmental, and social factors. Well, okay, if they're going to exclude that, then let me do it, because they're excluding it. Let me do my Greaterness coaching. It's about addressing psychological, environmental, and social factors. Everything that medicine drops. I'm going to help you thrive independent without treating, labeling, naming your condition, or even stopping you from going there. I'm not going to make that model bad because it's necessary. It's also very litigious. We live in a very litigious society. So go ahead. Go do that model as much as you want. Keep the economy flourishing. Make sure you have lots of health insurance, because you're going to go bankrupt. Most of the bankruptcies are from healthcare, right? So make sure you've got the resources. Participate in that. It's okay. Really, it really, really is okay. Keep our economy flowing. Keep the money flowing, right? That's most of the money we spend is in healthcare. And pharmaceutical companies and all that stuff. Play with that. And I'm not going to make that wrong or bad, because it has its purpose. It does save lives. No one's going to argue that it doesn't save lives. But at the same time, people also recognize that there's overprescription and overuse. Well, that's where I come in. While you're doing what you're doing, to whatever degree you're doing it, to whatever degree you're participating in the biomedical model, there is the solution, which is Dr. Michael, that works as an adjunct in addition to, where I can address, what is your intention? My intention to get rid of my neck pain. Ooh, moving away. You mean you want to have neck peace? See, psychological.
Right.
Okay, well then come to me, environmental, and I'm going to see you as healthy. I'm going to hold that space. So it's psychological, because I'm saying all symptoms are health. Now I'm also going to be respecting you, welcoming you no matter who you are, and loving you, and learning how to uncover your recipe for success, not mine. So I'm in this inquiry already. So my environment is very, very healthy, very respectful, very loving. So there's environmental. And then if you're very, very motivated, you'll be part of this community like you just became. And now you've got this social network, which is even greater than where you were before. So we've addressed those three major components that medicine cannot, because it's outside the scope of the biomedical model. Isn't that beautiful? So that's what I want to do, is be the solution. So I call it Thriveapeutics as opposed to therapeutics, forward healing,
right,
as opposed to healing, stepping well in your new life. So I've created all these psychotechnologies because I wanted my contribution to just be as great as it possibly could be.